Hello friends, Jai Shri Ram. The movie Chhaava shows Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj on the silver screen in a very grand way. But then there is also a little criticism that the entire movie shows this battle like a territorial conflict and not a civilizational war. That is the main problem with this movie. It has given a secularism ka tadka in the Bollywood style. And this is what my review is all about. See, while the movie is made very nicely, the production value is good, sets are good, background music is okay. But yeah, they tried their best. Uh, Costumes are amazing, acting is amazing, everything is good. Action is, well, the scale of action is good, but hand to hand combat, sometimes you feel that, oh, it could have been improved. Sometimes screenplay seems to be choppy. The last 1 hour of the movie is really spot on, but before that, the screenplay is a little choppy. You cannot see the things. I mean, the timeline is not very clear in your mind. Things keep happening, but just like in the animal movie, I told you, things keep happening, but then you have to connect them in your mind to see what happened when, and then the timeline has to be clarified within your brain. That is a problem, but otherwise the movie is well shot, production value shows on the screen, and especially acting is tremendously good. Vicky Kaushal has done his part well. Vineet Rana, in a scene, he actually outshines Vicky Kaushal as well. So Vineet Rana plays the character of a friend of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj, who is a poet, and he's so poetic that he carries that poetic aura around him even on the battlefield. So it was a great character. I personally feel that this character should have been explored a little more, but still, whatever was shown was amazing. Akshay Khanna played the role of Aurangzeb, and he played the role very well. Most of you can't even recognize him as Akshay Khanna unless you are told that this is Akshay Khanna. So that shows that this guy has nailed the role. Akshay Khanna probably lost a lot of weight due to that, because Aurangzeb had ऐसा चिपका हुआ सा मुंह था उसका. So like this. So Akshay Khanna had to mold himself into that role. Very nicely done. Ashutosh Rana, of course, it's great to see him again in a historic movie. He did the role of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj's Mama, and it's a huge uptick from the role that he played in Prithviraj Chauhan movie. He played the role of Jai Singh or something like that. A very pathetic role it was, but now he must be thanking himself that okay, I showcased myself in a period role in such a nice movie, because here his acting skills have been used to the greatest and in the finest manner possible in this movie. So all these actors have done their role very well. Vicky Kaushal, Vineet Rana, Akshay Khanna, and Ashutosh Rana. But a few other actors, they hardly make an impression on your mind. For example, the wife of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj is shown to be Rashmika Mandana. Rashmika Mandana, while her aura and everything is good, her dialogue delivery is still not up to the mark. I gave the same review about her in Animal movie as well. She carries that South Indian accent. Now, if you are a nationwide actress, then either you use a voiceover, you dub your voice entirely, or you need to speak in the proper dialect. So you should be having a Marathi dialect if you are playing the role of the wife of a great Maratha empire's Chhatrapati. Then you cannot have a South Indian accent over there, right? So that's what I didn't like, but otherwise, her acting is good enough. I won't say spot on, but it's still good enough. She convinces you that she is into that character because she is proud of what her husband is doing, and she is the support structure in his life, which is very good. And besides, what I liked about this movie is it does not get into unnecessary feminism. It does not say that who is better than whom. No, both genders are equally important. They are part of each other, but usually wars are fought by men. Historically, this is how it is, and even today. And their unnecessary feminism was not put that okay, there were a few warriors who were females as well. No, why do you want to distort history? There See, bravery is there in every gender, but usually war is fought by the males. Very nicely done. I don't see unnecessary wokeism, unnecessary DEI agenda. Very good. In that perspective, the movie is good. Even about Hindutva also, the movie shows Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj in a good light. It does not add that Mastani movie came, in which a Hindu king was shown to be a romantic person. Peshwa was shown in a romantic way. That was unnecessary, unnecessarily. You are adding romance into it. Here also, an Urdu song has been added for no reason, unnecessarily added song. But still, overall, Vicky Kaushal carries that demeanor of a Chhatrapati, a great Chhatrapati warrior of Maratha Empire. Even if he is in a romantic mood, then also he has that tej in his eyes, that you will not want to get into his bad books. You will not get into. You will try to keep a distance from that person. He is that Tejasvi, that he's shown like that, right? He's shown to be a great Maratha warrior. So Vicky Kaushal has nailed it. Many people will tell you the same thing. Vicky Kaushal has nailed it. I think he should get a good award for this movie as well. Very well done. I think he has outshined himself from Uri role as well. So he has done a better job than he did in the Uri film as well. Very nicely done. But Vicky Kaushal is good, but that doesn't mean the movie is entirely good. See, while the movie is good in a lot of aspects, Bollywood for some reason is not able to come out of that secularism wala funda yaar. Every time they have to show that okay, every person is good, all religions are equal, all religions are good. Aurangzeb never asks for converting Shambhu Maharaj to Islam, and Shambhu Maharaj also never says कि Shambhu हजार बार जिएगा हजार बार मरेगा लेकिन हिंदुत्व नहीं छोड़ेगा धर्म नहीं छोड़ेगा. That line is missing. Besides, you must have heard that this entire thing, entire life of Dharmavir Shambhu Maharaj was about Dev, Desh and Dharma. If you are a Marathi, then you must be aware, Dev, Desh आणि धर्माच्यासाठी त्यांनी पूर्ण आयुष्य आपलं जगलं होतं. So Dev, Desh, Dharma. This is something that is ingrained into our minds as Marathis. And here in this movie, they focus only on Desh. They only focus on Desh, patriotism. That's it. As if the entire battle was only territorial conflict. It was never a territorial conflict. It was because the Muslims, the Islamic terrorists who came to India as Mughals, they basically hated us just because we did not belong to their faith. And they wanted to convert us. Every little policy that they had was oriented towards converting the people to Islam. And this is missing in this movie, and this is missing in many other Bollywood movies. But still, this movie is a little tilting towards the real history, which is okay. I liked it, but it still has a long way to go. Okay, there are so many secularism wala tadkas given in this movie. For example, the movie starts with Ajay Devgan's narration in the beginning, and Ajay Devgan says that while other religions were only, in their cradles, here was India, here were Indians who were rising and shining. They worked together irrespective of their religions. The exact words were, हर धर्म के लोग मिलजुल कर रहा करते थे भारत में. Now see, the concept itself, हर धर्म के लोग means what? India never converted other people's faith. So anyways, like for example, if you take the example of Hindus, Sikhs, Jains and Buddha, all of them basically belong to the great Sanatan Dharma. So the Dharma that should be talked about is actually Sanatan Dharma. These are all just the variations of the Sanatan Dharma. There are so many similarities between them. Basically, the culture shared is exactly the same. But when Mughals came, when Islam came into India, it was altogether different. They hated us only because we were Hindus, or we were not believers in their words. Believers, we were kafirs. That's the basic reason for their hatred. And India had never seen this kind of a hatred. We never hated each other just because, somebody followed some different faith. We have so many gods. In our religion, we don't say that there is only one God. Means, what do they call it? We are polytheistic religion. Okay, so we believe in multiple gods, and we have absolute okay thing that if you don't believe in my god, it's absolutely okay. If you feel Shiva is great, then you are a Shivite, it's absolutely okay. If you feel that Vishnu is great, then you will be a Vaishnav, it's absolutely okay. If you believe that Mahesh is great, then I will say, okay, you are great, you're a Lingayat, it's absolutely okay. All of them live together in harmony. Have you ever heard that these people fought against each other saying that, oh, Shiva is the great and Vishnu is not great? No, we believe all of them were great in their own capacities. And we have that tolerance amongst each other. That tolerance did not exist in Mughals, and they hated us literally because of our faith. And this was not shown in this Bollywood movie. That is my main objection of the movie, but otherwise the movie is okay. If you want to see a proper wartime movie, then yeah, this is way better than any other movies that Bollywood has ever created, because Bollywood always creates unnecessary, for example, Sholay movie, if you see, in that also the only good character that you'll see was that Sachin Pirgaokar's Abba, who is shown to be a Muslim. Muslims are shown like very good people. In this movie, at least Muslims are not shown to be very good people. Okay, that much they have done, but they are not shown as badly as they should have been. Aurangzeb was a nasty person. He was very cruel, that is shown. He killed his father, his siblings for the throne. Yeah, that was shown. But he's shown to be a tyrant. He is shown to be a hungry person for power. His hunger is for power. But in reality, his hunger was to convert people, and he was an Islamic fanatic. He wanted to convert everybody who did not follow Islam. He wanted to convert all the kafirs into Islam, and that was not shown in this movie. So I have a mixed reaction about this movie, and that's why in the title you must have seen this kind of a thing. So some things are good, some things are bad. But still, it's our civilizational duty to see this kind of movies, because if this kind of movies become successful, then maybe, and of course we should give our objections. For example, in the trailer itself, many people objected to the fact that Hindavi Swarajya word was removed from the trailer, or was not given in a certain dialogue which was given in the trailer. People objected to it, and in the trailer as well as in the movie, Hindavi Swaraj has been reinstated. Okay, I'll tell you what. The real dialogue of Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj is something to this tune that He Hindavi Swarajya Hits Shrinchi Ichha. Okay, this is the real dialogue that Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj gave. He Hindavi Swarajya Hits Shrinchi Ichha means it's God will now that there should be Hindavi Swarajya, there should be Hindu freedom. Okay, that's what he said. But in the movie's trailer, initially, they replaced Hindavi Swaraj with the words Rajya Bhave. So the dialogue that they made was, He Rajya Bhave, His Shrinchi Ichha. It changes the entire context. It shows as if this was not a civilizational battle. It shows as if this was just a territorial battle. It is all about patriotism, about a state, about a desh. And it is not about Dev or Dharma. Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj fought for Dev, Desh and Dharma, and this movie only restricts Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj to Desh, and they do not explore his personality about Dev and Dharma. And that is my objection about this movie. Got the idea? So, but then people objected to this line in the trailer, and people said that why are you whitewashing everything, and why are you whitewashing the fact that Aurangzeb was an Islamic tyrant, and why are you whitewashing the fact that this was not a civilizational war? Well, these objections definitely were heard, but they did not completely correct the thing. Even now, the movie is all about Desh, and it doesn't speak about the civilizational battle which was there with Indians and the Islamic invaders that came into India. But still, it brought back Hindavi Swaraj word. So now in the trailer, they have the correct dialogue. And in the movie also, 3 times you hear the word Hindavi Swarajya, which is good. So I have a mixed reaction. Few things, and this also they changed this reluctantly. They never wanted to include Hindavi Swarajya also. So what's the point in portraying the great Maratha Empire's Chhatrapati if you are not going to showcase why he fought? Why was he tortured for 40 days, and why did he fought? So Aurangzeb tortured him for 40 long days. He peeled off the skin, rubbed salt on his body, on his wounds. He burnt his eyes. He even cut his throat. Cut his tongue. All this he did while continuously telling them that you this all this can stop if you just convert to Islam, and this is not shown in the movie. In the movie, Akshay Khanna, who played the role of Aurangzeb, should have given these dialogues that, Shambhu, convert to Islam and I'll leave all this. You will get a life to, you'll be allowed to live. Oh, you lost your eyes, but you can still live if you only convert to Islam. And then Shambhu Raja should have said in his own valor that Shambhu हजार बार जिएगा हजार बार मरेगा लेकिन धर्म नहीं छोड़ेगा. And that's the whole basis. Why do we call Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj as Dharmavir? Because he did not leave his dharma in spite of being tortured for 40 long days. And then finally he probably died out of the pain and agony. And then even then his body was not given. His body was cut into pieces and it was left in the river for people to find that this is what happens to your king if he doesn't convert. This is what will happen to you if you don't convert. So I think these things should have been showcased in a correct context, in the correct way. Movies made nicely. Background music also, I'll say it's okay. Some people didn't like the fact that A.R. Rahman's background music is different for different fights. People said, okay, you should have a same background music for all the fights. Some people say, oh, it's very innovative, it's a nice thing. Some people say it is bad thing. So I have a mixed reaction about it. Some people may like it, some people may not like it. Some people who liked it praised it a lot. They said he has nailed it. And some people who didn't like it said that it does not involve lazim, it does not involve povada. Lazim and povada were the great Maratha Empire's ways of motivating the people to fight against oppression. So when the soldiers used to go there out for the war, lazim and povada were used to, increase their valor, shine their valor, give the last finishing touch to their valor. And yeah, A.R. Rahman obviously didn't do it. Probably because A.R. Rahman does not share the same heritage as we do. Had it been a Maratha music director, then probably the things would have been a little different. But then we have people like Omkar Raut also, who made such a bad movie, Adipurush. So yeah, thinking of that, A.R. Rahman still did a good job. See, if you compare this movie from with Adipurush or Panipat or Samrat Prithviraj, then this movie shines. It outshines actually. I will say Bollywood has done a great job in this movie if you compare it with their shitty job earlier, like Adipurush, Samrat Prithviraj, and Panipat. These movies were very shitty, very badly made. And Chhaava, on the other hand, is much better than these earlier movies. But then does it do justice with the great Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj? I say 50% yes, 50% not. Bollywood should shun away the fake secularism that is very predominant in this country. We should call the spade a spade. We should say that this is radical Islamic terrorism. We never say that. That is the main problem. So stop shielding people of one madhab. Show them in the light of the day that this is what they are doing and this is what they have been doing all the time, and it has to stop. They should properly merge into our culture if at all they should live here. Otherwise, there are 57 other countries that they can opt for. This is never shown in Bollywood, and yeah, this movie partially disappoints you. So that's why I gave it a medium review. It does good in a few things and bad in a few things. You let me know how you feel about this movie in the comment section. And until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much for seeing the video till the end. It does mean a lot to me. Could you also please see the video description? It has index, link to the study material, and also if I've shown any products in this video, then the purchase links to those products. The comment section is open for your suggestions and also for your doubts. I always answer to the first 100 comments on every single video. If you want to support my work, here's my QR code or my UPI ID is amit.shirasao@UPI. Until next time, this is Amit signing off. Jai Shri Ram.